Hi everyone. I'm going to do a house flipper video for my husband. This is Steph, and anyway, bear with me. First one. So let me see where I was the last time that I left off. It's been a while since I played. So when you start the house flipper off, you get this little rinkety-dink building, and it's really kind of yucky looking. But as you grow, you can start doing things to it. I call this my office. So does the game. I'm going to take you on a tour of the grounds here so you can see what I have done. Woo! I got way out there in BFE for a minute. Okay, come on. So, as I played, this is probably my third time to start over. I have done all the real estate, but now they've added some more DLCs and whatnot that I haven't really gotten to do or had the time to do. So I'm excited about getting back to it and go ahead and do that with you guys too. So I have started over. This last time I actually started over by accident. I was setting up something for my grandson and I ended up erasing everything. He loves to play this game, by the way. He's 8 years old and he enjoys it just as much as I do. So it is a game that the entire family can enjoy and take part in. So you see what I've done to my little office here. And, being a female, I just get into it kind of like I did when I played Barbie. But you can see that right now my tile has not been done in here, and that's because I haven't worked my way back up to that level, which really bites. But the girl in me can't stand to just leave it, so of course I've put some nice decor in here. And I will talk more about how I got this artwork, so if you guys don't know how to do that yet, you can get your own artwork, you can choose your own artwork and apply it. So now let's go and see if I had started something, because it's been a while. So we're going to go to Browse, and it looks like I have. So looks like I'd started this house. So we're going to go to it. It's like I partially mowed the lawn. It really bothers me to start a new home and not at least do the grass up near the door. But I do like to go on inside usually and start doing the inside. So let's go back to that and see what all tools I have right now. So it looks like I can sweep, paint, I can buy and sell things, I can build walls. Oh, and now I can tile and panel. I must not have realized that the last time I left my office, or I would have already done my bathroom. Of course, you can do these things any way you want to do them, but I have my own technique, and I'll show you what I usually do. So when I start a new house, I go through and I get rid of all the doors because they're going to have to go anyway. And I like to be able to see all my rooms. I go in, I get rid of all the furniture, I sell everything I can sell. Very seldom do I reuse anything, but of course that's a personal choice. And sometimes I'll go in and I will entirely gut the whole house and start all over from start to finish. So if you do start the game over, that's something you can do. You can make it kind of a plan to go in and gut some of them and redo them if you ever get bored with the selection of homes. I mean, there's so much you can do to each one of them. You can play with colors you'd never dream of playing with in real life. And I've done that and actually thought, hey, I'd like to repaint my house that color. And I even helped someone design their own real home by one of the general designs here on here. I showed them what they could do with it anyway. So it can be more than just a game. It can be a learning tool. I'll show you a few things that you can do. or that we do to this house, and then we'll go back to the office and work on a few things there. Um, that way you're not watching me do all this boring stuff. I generally go through every room. I clear out all the trash. I don't start any remodeling until I've got a clean house. Start with a clean slate. And if you're ever in a really bad mood, this can be a good stress reliever. You can come in here and really bust some walls up. And guess what? It's not costing anybody anything, right? Oh, you notice I just sold the light fixtures. Now, if you have this on real time, which I think I do, and you sell all your light fixtures and you don't go back and put some in, once it gets dark, it's going to be a little hard to see in here. I've done that too. And I've had to just put some up really quick so I can see. Or you can turn on the flashlight. There is a flashlight you can turn on. Also, some of these homes come with roaches, like this one. So if you're squeamish, you can turn that setting off. And I think they make it glass instead of roaches. The only thing I'm really squeamish about is spiders and rats. Now, if it was that, I'd probably have to turn that setting off. Once I sell out all this clutter, we'll suck them little bad boys up and get rid of them. I want to be able to see what's dirt from roaches, though. And it'll let you know once you've destroyed the nest, so you need to watch your screen for that. Up in the right-hand corner is a map of everything that's going on also. So if you neglect to do something or fix something, you're going to see it up in that right-hand corner. And when you first start this game out, you've got a lot of assignments so that you can work your way up to being able to buy a home. And you can, if you can't find something that it's saying you need to fix, look at that map up in the right-hand corner, and you'll figure it out. Because some of them, they're kind of tricky. They make it a little challenging. I'll show you guys how to use plaster. It looks like we're going to have a lot of plaster in this house. Okay, so you go over here and you press E. Just start getting rid of them. Now, if you're trying to figure out how do I walk, how do I do this or that, you go back to your settings at the beginning of the game, and it's got a menu there of what buttons on the keypad you put. And everyone, there's a couple of different choices, so everyone chooses a different path. I use W to walk and go wherever I want. Some people like the whole gaming. Okay, enough cockroaches are eliminated. You destroy the cockroach then, so we can put that in. Okay. So I'm going to go back, get my hand here, and let's finish walking through. And I'm using the W to do that, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and sell the front door. Now, the only thing that I really save to do last is usually windows. I'll come back to those. You do so many of those when you're first building your bank account that you kind of get tired of windows. So I come back and do those before I finish the room. Now I have done this with selling the car and not selling the car. And I don't recall which way it came out better. I'm probably going to go ahead and just back this one out of the driveway so I can show you how to do that. And you can clean the car. So E for open on that garage door. And then take your hand. Let it load. And W to walk. Back that bad boy out. Okay, there he is. I think I'm going to leave him and we'll see if we get more money. You can use the water hose to spray things down. Sometimes that's a quicker way to get rid of graffiti and any cobwebs you see outside. This part gets sprayed too, just because we can. Okay, let's go back in here and get rid of this mess. If you're playing this game, you're probably somebody that likes organization anyway, and this stuff will grate on you. You will want to get rid of it as quick as you can. The only thing I've ever kind of kept has been some tools in the beginning because I like to decorate my garage, and you couldn't get all these tools. Once you get rid of them, you can't get them. There are a few you can, but not all of them. But it doesn't matter, that's just a preference. Huh. Let's walk over this way and aim at it. I don't know why it's not letting us sell those. We'll go ahead and clean everything up. Maybe come back to it. It could be some sort of glitch. Okay, so we're going to speed through here real quick. Make sure we got everything. Oh, the bathroom. Okay. Oh boy, hold your nose. Here we go. Let's see here. Pretty rough. Yeah. Looks like something's been splattered all over the place. Alright, again, we're going to get rid of everything. Sometimes I'll leave that plumbing in here. Sometimes I don't. Just whatever you want to do. Sometimes if you're in a hurry, it's good to have it. Sometimes I just want to rearrange the whole bathroom. So I take it out, get rid of it. I'm going to check these outlets. It's kind of hard right now to tell if any of them need repairing, so just give them a check. Okay. So in the houses that are like this, I hate how closed up they are, so I usually come on in here and start busting out the walls. I like an open floor plan. Over on the left-hand side as you work, keep an eye on what your family are saying, the ones that are watching your home. You'll get an idea of what their needs are, which is going to help you get a better price for the home. Some of them like mini rooms, some like a lot of bookshelves, some like a lot of paintings. There's just one guy that's really hard to sell to, not too many people sell to him. He loves the color green. I still haven't sold to him. Got pretty close once. You can also get to where you negotiate your price, so if you don't get what you want, you can always ask for more. The one thing that they haven't done yet is to be able to do like a half wall. So you know how some homes you go into have a bar and you can see through from the kitchen into the family room with like a half wall and a bar. You can't really do that with walls. Now you can create that effect with some cabinetry. And we may do something like that in this one, so I can show you. So once I get this knocked out, I'm going to go ahead and work on this family room and this kitchen and show you what we can do. I love to put on a book in my headphones or music and sit here and do this, especially if I've had a stressful day. You just zone out. You're busting walls, you're selling things. You're just doing stuff that you don't have to think about nothing out there in the real world. Just chillax for a little while. And for me, I get to spend money. It's not really mine. So if I don't like it, I can redo it. I can redo a color. I can be as brave as I want to. Okay, y'all. I think that just about finishes that wall up. We got a good clean slate here. Let's see. Oh, that's a box. Okay. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. There we go. I think I'm going to leave that for now because there may be something I do to it just to make it more of a focal point. Or I may even fill it in and enlarge the living room. Let's just see where we go with it, okay? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and sell that light fixture as well. I love those though. I use those a lot. Okay, so we're going to go and get some plaster. We're going to do all of our plastering in here first. So you're going to hit your tab bar and you're going to go to walls. And then there they have plaster for us. We're going to purchase that plaster and one of these will do your whole entire house. So click on it. E to do it. Click again. And now go to plastering. Click again. Sometimes you have to get a little closer. There you go. And some of these look like they need plaster, but you just don't know until you kind of click on them. Oh, definitely. Oh, we got a new skill point. I'll just let that ride for a minute because I want to get all this done. All right. Now, what I would normally do is go through and do the whole entire house. I'd get all my plastering done, just like a good construction worker would do. But right now, I just want to concentrate on these 2 rooms and not keep you here all day. So let's go look at our walls. We're going to go ahead and take our skill points. So we've upgraded. Now let's go back to store. And let me look at wall panels. I know they've done a lot of new panels. Probably, oh yeah, a lot more since I've been here. Look at that. So now what I'm doing is I'm looking and I'm thinking, maybe I want to do this in something a little wild. I'm thinking black and white maybe. I see a lot of black and white stuff there that I've never used. So this is going to be for someone, I mean, really with it. They're like really hip. So I think I'm going to do some black and white. We're going to make it really bold. I thought, let's try this. Okay, we may use that in the family room. We're going to go ahead and do tiles, though, in that kitchen. So let's see what I want to use to go with that theme. Okay, so let's do this. I'm just going to buy now because once I get started, I may decide, that's not what I want. Okay, so with this window here, I'm thinking that would be a good place for the sink because if I'm standing there doing anything at the sink, I want a nice view. So if we're going to have water, we definitely want to make sure we got good tile around there to protect our walls and our woodwork. I try to think like you would in real life. Now, if you decide you've gone further with it than you won't, you can always come back and paint over that tile. So never be afraid to experiment with it because you can always come back and redo it. Yeah, it's going to cost you a few bucks, but you'll make them up. I'll get one more. All right, I think I do like that, so I'm going to go ahead and buy a little bit more of it. Oops. Forgot where it was. Okay. Well, that's a new feature. Used to, you would have to actually click on your stack of tile. Now it just is there in your hand. Well, that's pretty cool because that's new for me. It's been a while, like I said, since I played. But when I was playing before, that wasn't something that was an option. I mean, you just automatically do that. Okay. I think we're going to go ahead and do this whole wall. See, I'm used to clicking that, and it's already in my hand. Okay, we're gonna call that done right now, and we're gonna move this tile out of our way. just as we would on a real construction site. Get it out of the way. We don't want this entire area to be so dark, so we're going to go now and get some paint. Silver Glacier is a really pretty one if you're doing grays and blacks and what have you. White to me comes out looking like a light gray. I'm not crazy about it. Another one I like to use is Gray Fog. So in this situation, we could either go with something darker than the tile or lighter than the tile. I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and try this one. I have something in my head I'm thinking. So I'm going to go ahead and go with this Gray Fog. And as you play the game, you will get faster and faster with your painting because you'll build that skill point. When you start out with it, you're thinking, oh my goodness, I'm never going to get this room painted. But the more projects you take on that require painting, the faster you build that skill point and the less paint. Because in the beginning, you're using a lot of paint to do projects which cost you money. So once you can work that skill point in your painting, the quicker your projects go. And the same with tearing out the walls too. The more you do that, you one whack of a hammer and you just won't tear out a wall. Of course, I'm having to start all over again, so we're not quite there. So when that paintbrush is empty, for those of you that are just starting this game, you click on something, it's not going to let you paint it all, or it'll only paint part of it. Then you've got to go back over there to that bucket. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go out and do this. I may change that later when we come back. We'll just see. So, I needed one more strip of tile, which will actually finish that bundle off. And I needed that right there. And I think what I'm going to do, we're going to try this. I'm going to put that there. That's going to kind of give us, see how we did that? And I think we're going to do that corner this way too. I guess it's a definite separation of space. We can always come back and change it if we don't like it. So I'm going to move that paint over there because I may want some more of it for something. Alright, this floor's got to go. It's not going with my motif. So let's go over and go to flooring. And I'm going to look at tiles first. Now you may see some as we go here and you think, oh, why didn't you pick that one? Well, you know what? You can. Go pick it. Go pick it. Do it. Let's see what you think. I need to brighten it up a little bit, so I'm going to try this. Because I don't want to get too dark in here. We don't want to send this person over the edge with darkness, so let's bring some light in. And I'm going to go ahead, I think I'm going to go ahead and do the whole room. I can always come back if I don't like it. But it's going to help give me an eye for where I want to go. I like that. Okay. I can't do those plugs. Not that color, so let's go see if we can replace those. Alright, so to replace your hardware like that, your electrical, get out of that. Go back over here to installations. Aha, there we go. We got all kind of good stuff now that we used to. You only have this one, and you had no plugs. So the game is evolving, and we can now get some nice plugs. Put that over here, because we're probably going to want a refrigerator. I'm not going to put the light switch in yet, because I'm thinking that may not be where I want it. So, okay. Let's go ahead and go look at our cabinetry. So let's go to kitchen. What are y'all thinking? Hmm. Well, I've got a few that I like to use a lot, and one of them's this one. So let me play with them here a minute, see what kind of wood I might want. That's dark, black. Let's look at what our gray tones may look like. Do we have a gray? That's a black wood or black. That's like a black stainless. Silver, no, we don't want to do that. Gray wood. Okay, I don't think this is going to work, but let me show you what you can do to just kind of test it. So you can go down here, hit shift, and roll your bar. And then you have not purchased this until you click it. Now that gray in the back of the wall, it's just not, that's not meshing. So I needed to either go lighter or darker. So we're going to go back to tab. I didn't commit to it. I'm going to try it in this black. Do the same thing. Oh, and I'm leaving the trim white, the color of the, I think I'm going to go black wood. Let's go back. That was just too shiny. Let's go black wood. I've got white detail. The sink is silver. Let's try white. Okay. I just don't know. Hmm. Let's look at something. Let's do. Maybe this just isn't the one this time. I use that one a lot. So let's go up here and look at this. I'll try to be quick about this, guys, so we can get moving. Black wood with a, we could go granite, gray marble, black granite. Go black granite. I don't think that's, that may work. Okay. Now, before I put any more, I'm going to remember it was that one. I think I need to go on over here and choose my refrigerator because I know where I want to put it and I don't want to crowd it. So this isn't a real big house, but I really would like to get that double door in there. Let's look at this one. Okay, there we go. So now let's go back to our cabinetry. So we got the snowy and we got the black wood and silver handles. Shift and roll it. Get it on over there as tight as you can. Now this is when things can get a little aggravating because sometimes you don't get to center that sink exactly where you would like. sometimes you need to come on in here, get a little closer so that you can make sure you butt those things up right. There we go. Now I'm going to save some room here, and I'm going to put my vent for my oven and all right over here. So let's go back to electronic equipment, and we're going to choose a range hood here. I use this one a lot. I just always like the shape of it. The other one's so big. Okay. Get our stove. Now the female in me is thinking, oh, if it's so close to that wall, you're going to have grease. It's going to get on the wall. Um, I try to put some cabinetry on either side as you would in real life. But you do that, you get too close to that window. So I'm going to go ahead and butt it up to the wall. Move my vent hood over a little bit. And I will go see what other piece of cabinetry we can stick in there. I think there's a real narrow one. There is. So there we go. And then scoop that over just a little bit. Okay, so now I am going to go back and put a little bit of tile there on that side of the stove. Okay. So we've got the beginning of a very simple kitchen. And it needs an island. It needs something here. So let's look and see what our choices are. Here we go. So we're going to do it just like we did that. I'm going to take this. I like to zoom out sometimes when I'm going to place something like this. Come back in. Line it up as much as you can. May have to play with it a little bit. May have to set it, walk away from it, make sure you got it. And I didn't. So go. Okay. I like that. Plus, in my mind, I'm thinking this is practical. We got more storage under here. Got storage here. We can use this as a bar, or we can use it as an island to prepare stuff. Let's do a little decor real quick, and then we'll come back. So, floor. I like rugs. Let's see what we have here. I don't know if this one's going to work with what I'm doing, but we don't want small. We want at least a medium. There we go. buy another one for the back side because I'm thinking I'm fixing to put some bar stools there. I don't want them on my nice hardwood floor. Now let's go over to furniture. Now your mind may work completely different than mine. You may want to do a lot of other things before you do this aspect of it. But this is the way I think. Let me go back up. I don't think I've used these much. I like this one. I think we'll do some white. Let's try that and just see how we like it. I'm thinking I'm probably not going to have a lot of room for a big table in here, so if I wanted to have company over, and this was my real house, I would need enough seating for at least 4 people. And I would want one of those to even be in here because I may be cooking something. I want to talk to everybody, so I'll put it there for now. Okay, let's look at our window treatments. Do we need to clean that window? It's not telling us we do. So let's go to Windows. Draw blank. There we go. And I was so excited when they got all these new window treatments because I want y'all to know they did not have them at first. At first, all you could get was just a regular old blind, like a mini blind. That was a big improvement when they got the new window treatments. I'll try to speed this along as much as I can. This video is getting a little long. You guys aren't going to want to watch the whole thing. Okay, so now let's brighten the place up with a few plants. Go to decorations, go to plants, and let's look. I know there's some, yeah, here we go. We can do some herbs, and I'm going to keep them in white. We want as much, nope, that's going to be too much white. We need to go ahead and do a dark color there. Just going to go with one in each window. I may want to put something else in the window. This window I could do too. Okay, now we need to set something in the middle of our bar. And I also promised y'all I would show you art before I got finished here. Okay. So to do art, you need to already have a file on your desktop. Click your tab, go to camera, and you're going to open that up. And here's some homes you'll see in the back I took pictures of that I've done before. So I'm going to go down here and let's look at some art that we could put. This is art that I've Googled and saved in my file. And at any given time, I can come in here and use it. So, see what we might want to put in this kitchen. My husband's helping me choose.
Got horse in there.
Horse? Let's see where we can put it. You can choose your size, and there again, just like with furniture or anything else, If you get something and you don't think it's the right size, just go back to tab, click it again, enlarge it a little bit. And then some things just don't look good unless you put them up there larger. I heard him go, he don't like it. So we're going to move it over here for now. Let's go back and see what we have. I've got a lot of stuff, actually. Ah, yeah, I am a big Marvel fan. There we go. That gave us some color. Let me sand back. There we go. Maybe in there somewhere. Well, if we're going to do that there, let's go see which other ones I've got. I'll put one on the other side. There's Wolverine. I don't think I'll have room for it. So, it might get kind of nasty over here by the stove.
There you go. That's not cheap. Let's put this one.
So if you don't like it, there you go. All right, let's put some lights up in here and we'll figure on art in a minute. Okay, so, but that is how you would go about it. Have something in there, have it saved, and then you can choose. You can make that file. I mean, if you've got a good computer, it won't matter how big it is. And that way you've got plenty to choose from. And you do need to have a little bit of everything. I did one theme with nothing but New Orleans on the brain. That's where we honeymooned, and I love New Orleans. And so one of mine was nothing but things from New Orleans. It's pretty cool. We just may not have a lot of room in here for any art, so I don't think we are. I'll tell you what we'll do. Since we don't have a lot of room for art, I will show you. Pick a couple of paintings with some themes like that. I've got some more somewhere. Put a couple of them out like so. And then you can come back in between them. Go to your store. Go to mirrors. And there are some pretty cool mirrors here. Nope, that one's too big. There are some smaller ones. You can do a lot of fun things with mirrors. That's one I want. So let me move that. Too low. So if you wanted to show you, give you an idea. We're not going to do it, but I'm going to show you what you could do. Like around an entrance, you can take these mirrors and line them up like so, and then put some other stuff around them, and they're pretty cool. So don't forget that you have mirrors that you can use. Go ahead, we're going to keep these on the wall just for a little splash of color. I may come back with sconce or something about them. Okay, so I think since we can't do a lot of artwork, I do like to get some color, some life in it. So we're going to come back and see what kind of tall plant we might can put over there by the window, by the refrigerator or the entrance. Do a lot to warm something up with the plants. Okay. So now step back and look. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this off with putting up the light fixture, and then we'll call that a wrap on this one, and maybe I'll come back and do the living room for you. But let's look at the ceiling real quick. Ceiling lamps. They've got these categorized for you. This is one I like to use in the kitchen all the time, and it makes great placement over the bar, like we have, and then you can just kind of imagine what you might want over your sink. I do the same sometimes, like I'm going to do today. Now let's step away and make sure we center those up. And not really. Okay, so we're going to call this project house number 1, and we'll keep working on it and doing different rooms, and I'll try not to keep you here so long on each video, okay? So here we go, and once we get it all done, we can come back and look at our areas and see where we might need more life, more color. Maybe the colors don't go, what have you. Okay? All right. See you again soon. Bye.